Hey y'all, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chrissy, and I shouldn't be saying this, but I don't think every aspect of our life needs to be monetized. Y'all, I came across a tweet on Twitter, my favorite platform of them all, second to YouTube. But I came across a tweet, and I'm going to go ahead and just jump in and read it. This tweet basically sparked my idea for this video because I just felt it so deeply and I had so much to say about it. So I was like, let me just talk to somebody about it. So, okay. So this is what it says. I'll have it posted. You cannot win arguments. Oh, that's the wrong tweet. I don't know how to explain to you that a lot of people do not want to monetize every aspect of their life. Now, as I was reading that, I was like, okay, let me on Twitter, it's really in the comments. You know, that little commentary, that conversation that builds after that first tweet, that's really where all the meat and potatoes is. So someone else tweet that I liked said, I just feel so deeply sad that decades of hustle culture propaganda has led us to the point now where people will look you straight in the eye and say things like having fun is a waste of time. They're clearly a psychopath, whoever says that. Sucks to be them. You cannot win arguments against the play to earn crowd because they fundamentally do not understand wanting a hobby that doesn't create financial value. Hustle culture ruined people's lives because it legitimately convinced people that if you do literally anything but work, 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 sleep, eat, work, 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 that your life is wasted and that you're not living your best life, as if your best life is spent slaving. Monetizing hobbies is a great way to make sure you never enjoy them again. There's a point where it ceases to be a compliment and becomes a worrying commentary on the value of money over the intrinsic joy of a hobby. Also, I already know I'm going to get arthritis in my hands. I don't need to accelerate the inevitable for a few bucks on Etsy. So I guess she must make she must knit or something like that. But y'all, when I read that, I was like, oh my God, like finally somebody said what I didn't even know how I felt. And I'm going to get into that. I'm going to round it up, but I want to start this by talking about hustle culture. We're going to get back to those tweets and how this all came about for me to make this video, but I want to talk about why am I saying hustle? Hustle culture. Hustle culture, by definition, off of Google, is a lifestyle where career has become such a priority in your life or the environment that you work in that other aspects of being human, such as hobbies, family time, and self care, often take a backseat. Basically, it's the idea that work, work, work. To me, I feel like it's basically work, work, work hard now so that later all that hard work and dedication will eventually pay off with great success. However, the issue I have with that is you're going to do all this work, work, work now, of course, for a big payoff. But first, what's to say that you actually will be happy and satisfied with that big payoff? And then second, you're going to look up and you've really missed your actual life. I feel like for me, I was brought into hustle culture a little early in life because I started working at the tenderoni age of 14, y'all. My hand's still soft though, so I'm okay. But with me hopping into the work field so young, it basically burnt me out early on. It made me I don't know, it just made me tired early on, and it made me miss a lot of things. Just like with friends, not really nothing major, but just with friends at the time. And this was another thing it did was it made me obsessed with work at such an early age. So I was already, engulfed and ready for hustle culture. I was already living a hustle culture lifestyle before this term even came about. I look at it like I just had so much more energy then that I was just ready to work, especially once I even started getting in the service industry. Once I started serving and waiting on tables and I seen how easy it was and all the money, I was working doubles every day. Like I was just like, I'm just going to work, 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 make all this money, no time to hang out. And I mean, it was cool, but what do I have to show for it? Like, it was just working, like It did nothing but just drain me to death, you know? Make my tolerance for bullshit a lot lower. So maybe it did help. Now that I've made it through all of that, I feel like it's so easy for me now to tell myself, girl, if you don't want to go to work, don't go. If you want to go on a vacation, go on a vacation. If that job is stressing you, fuck that job. Quit. Like, another thing, y'all, I've been quitting jobs before quitting jobs was popular. Like, before this whole pandemic, oh, I'm walking out, I quit. Nah, I've been like on that, okay? A lot of what it came with and me jumping in the hustle culture lifestyle was a lot of guilt. And that's why I think a lot of people get caught up in it, is because if they're not working, if they're not waking up, chasing their dreams every day, they feel guilty. And that guilt, oh my God, that's worse. I still suffer from that, especially me being just like a money person. It just really is tough, the guilt that comes with it. But what's happening now with hustle culture, and what made those tweets stand out to me and speak directly to me, is that I guess outside of the pandemic, with people quitting their jobs and, wanting to be self employed, everyone was like monetizing their hobbies. Whatever it was, people were trying to find a way to be self employed by any means necessary. And for me, that really hurts because I've always been a person that has always had hobbies. I've always been the kid that like plays outside, plays in the house. Like, if I'm in the house, it's stuff for us to do. It was always stuff for me to do, whether that was writing, sewing, making wigs, and now making press on nails. So I just have always liked to just stay busy and like create something. It's just even videos. Me starting YouTube and making videos and editing, that process of like actually doing something and like just working on something just at home just for like your enjoyment, that's just something I've just always been around and been about. And with this hustle culture, what it's telling people is every aspect of your life needs to be monetized. Oh, okay. Oh, you make nails? Okay, girl, well, your nails are so good. You need to sell them. You need to sell them. And y'all, when I tell y'all, I'm using my press on nails as an example because I was actually torn like internally. I was like, why? I was like, am I tripping? Why don't I really just want to like make a press on nail business? Like, that could be money. Like, why not? I'm naturally good at it. I like doing it. So I was like, you know what? Let me try to give it a try. And when I started to like make nails for like just people or whatever, I was like, man, like even just making nails for my Etsy, I was like, my ideas weren't coming quick enough. Like when you think about production and how many sets of something you would need to sell to people, you need a lot. And since you need a lot, you want to make all those nails in a timely manner so you're not wasting so much time on one set, blah, blah, blah. It could be profitable for your time that you're putting in. But when I started doing it, it was just like, I don't like this. I don't know what kind of nail design you want. I don't know the size of your fingers. This isn't fun to me. Like, this isn't fun. I like doing this for myself. I started making press on nails so I could cut back on expenses because I'm cheap. And that was it. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of spending money in the nail salons. They don't ever do my nails the way I want them. I'm going to start making my own nails. I can't help that they bad as hell. I can't help that my nails look good, but I don't really want to sell them. Like, I don't. I really want to just be able to make what I want for myself, come up with my own creative ideas, take my time, have fun, get a little high, drink a little bit while I'm doing my nails, watch a movie, watch TV. Like, it's just something I'm doing at home to just like be creative and have some fun, and like, and then the enjoyment of like me seeing it come together, like just all of it is what I was doing it for, not to sell. And it's actually crazy because people look at me so crazy when I'm like, no, it's just a hobby. Like, whenever you tell people no, whenever you tell people honestly what they don't want to hear, like, people want you to do what they want you to do. So like whenever I just tell people like, nah, like it's just for me. Like, this is just for me. I just want to have some fun. It's just my hobby. And that's also why I picked it up, because I hadn't really had a new hobby in a while, and it was just like something I wanted to do. People look at you crazy like, girl, you should sell that. Oh, you have sex every day. Why ain't you on OnlyFans? Monetize that coochie. Like, why don't you do that? I'm not asking you to monetize your coochie. We all could really monetize a lot out of our lives. I'm monetizing my life on YouTube. Is this fit for everybody? No, it's not. So that's just a little stupid as hell train of thinking. I think that it sucks that so many people don't have just genuine hobbies that just bring them joy. Like just like that lady said on Twitter, intrinsic joy. Something that is just for no reason. I get a pleasure out of something that doesn't pay me. And that's even like with people on YouTube. When everyone, like the older YouTubers that were like, once YouTube became such a bigger platform and and it was being monetized, a lot of them kind of did lose like their interest in it. Of course, they love the platform because we all know why. But a lot of them was like, man, I kind of just miss the old days of like how YouTube really was. And that's the gist of what I mean by this. So, what do I do about this? What I do about this, like I keep repeating and saying over and over, is I'm intentional about being present in my life. Y'all, I can easily overthink. I can easily get overwhelmed. I can easily feel pressured to just, produce and just produce that I have to tell myself I could die tomorrow. Like this could all be over. Like everything could just all be over. And it's like with thinking like that, I would rather spend some of my time that I can with just enjoying this experience. Like that's why I like being in nature. Not too much nature, but nature with like paved sidewalks, like I ain't trying to be on the path untraveled, okay? Not no dirt roads and wilderness, but a little park here and there, a little beach, a little coast. I like being outside, like sunlight, like just being present in the earth, with animals, even with friends and family, like spending time with family and actually like trying to be like, what, let me get off my phone. Let me not be texting the whole time I'm over here visiting y'all. Let me play a game with y'all. Like just being present in your life and telling yourself you deserve to have fun. You deserve to relax. You work so hard. The harder you work, you deserve it even more. You should be partying and going hard even more. If you have a bad day where dang, you slipped up, you were drunk, you were hungover for the next day, sucks to suck. Oh well. Well, okay. Try again tomorrow. It's just the fact of not beating yourself up that has helped me just overcome hustle culture. That is like the worst. Like we're gonna call it grind season or something because I cannot say that. But that's what helped me overcome it. And yeah, just not beating myself up. Being like, girl, okay, you messed up, try again tomorrow. You tired, you human, try again tomorrow. Just try again tomorrow. Tomorrow. That's actually maybe one of my problems because I am a procrastinator. So maybe not put everything off till tomorrow, but you get what I'm saying. I say all that to say, y'all, I don't know anything. This is just my thoughts. I hope that this short and sweet video was able to help somebody struggling with pressuring yourself to always produce and maybe even help you understand that, like, look, if you got a hobby and you enjoy it and you thinking about, dang, like, what should I do? Like, should I start selling this? And everyone around me, it's like you sleeping on your talents, bruh. That is still your talent. You're not sleeping on it. You just enjoy it. That's just your personal thing. That's just your way to clear your head or get away from all of them. Like, you shouldn't feel bad about that. Focus on some things you do. You do have some talents you have that you can monetize. And when I say talents, that could be skills. You could be smart. Whatever your talent and skill is, that could be your career or your main form of income. That's your main form of income. If you like to sew, make wreaths, do pottery, like whatever it could be you like to do at home, I honestly think gaming is a hobby. Not everyone wants to be a gamer online. Not everyone wants to do that. Some people just like to talk shit and be a gamer in the privacy of their home, this and that. But gaming is another example that could easily be monetized, which is a good. I wish I was a gamer. That's a good path. If you're gonna do anyone, you should definitely start with that. But you get what I'm saying. So, say all that to say, what do I know, y'all? Make sure you are following me on Instagram at the real Chrissy T. Also, follow my Twitter at I run underscore my mouth because I do. And I will catch y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.